Hey guys, welcome back to today's reading. So for today, I wanted to show you an ASMR of how I set my space and get everything ready to give you guys a tarot reading. The first step is pouring myself a glass of hot tea. I often drink tea that supports the throat chakra, so like licorice root tea that allows me to speak for several hours on end. But today I'm actually drinking eucalyptus tea, which offers some spiritual protection properties, which I just felt like I needed today. Then I obviously light my candles, and I'm going to use this same match to burn some Palo Santo to bring in some positive energy for this space. But I also wanted to talk to you about today's sponsor, which is Purple Garden. Purple Garden has amazing psychic, tarot, and astrology advisors available anytime for you to speak to. All of them are vetted and voted on, and that's what I really love. As you can see, the top ones you can really sort through. They also film their own personalized video messages beforehand, so you can tune into their energy and see which ones you connect with, see the ones you get a good vibe with, and you're not just going in blind with some random person. Like I said, all of them are highly vetted. The last time I called in, I was actually asking about some career questions, and they were able to speak with me. The first thing they picked up on was some holes in my energy field and some issues that were actually really draining my energy. I have been super energetically drained, and this person picked up on that right away. They were able to give me some really great guidance and spiritual practices and tools to help my energy a lot, and I can't say enough how much it has helped me since my call with that advisor. So that's the really great thing about their advisors, is sometimes they really go above and beyond, and they'll mention things you didn't even know you wanted to know about, but it was really helpful. And then of course, after we got through all of that, they were able to talk to me about my career questions that I had. But I really love that you can also develop a relationship with your advisor over at Purple Garden and check in with them repeatedly so they can say what's changing in your energy field or what's different. So building a relationship is a really great opportunity. They also even offer palm readings, angel insights, oracle cards, and dream analysis. So there's so many different things you can choose from over at Purple Garden. And as a new customer, you're going to get your first deposit of $10 matched when you click my link. So it's a really incredible deal, and you're not going to find readings like that anywhere else. So I really hope you guys will check out my link. Like I said, try purplegarden.com/Briar. And I just want to thank all of you guys as well for supporting all the sponsors on this channel. It really does help a lot. So with all of that being said, you guys, let's talk about today's reading. So we're going to be tuning into the energy of your person and seeing what they love about you, seeing what they kind of can't get enough of, what makes them, think of you all the time. We're going to be tuning in to all of it. And today we have a beautiful selection of crystals for you guys to choose from. So if you come to my channel a lot, you know the drill. You can just make up your mind, and as soon as you've made it up, you can scroll down to the timestamps in the comments and the description and jump right into your pile. If you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. And basically you are going to use your intuition to choose which crystal you feel drawn to and called to. And then as soon as you make up your mind, you're going to go ahead and scroll down into the timestamps in the comments and the description and jump into your pile. So now let me show you guys the numbers on each of the piles. So we're starting off with pile number 1. Then we have number 2, number 3, and number 4. So I also want to mention to you guys that I do have my Patreon up. So if you like how I read tarot and you want to see more of my readings, then be sure to head on over to my Patreon to get access to about 50 additional readings, and new readings go up all the time. So I would absolutely love to see you there. There's so many different topics to choose from, and we have a little community over there. So I hope you'll join us. Also, if you want to get a private one-on-one reading with me, you can also get that at my website, briarrosetarot.com. You can get a pre-recorded reading or a live reading with me. You can get a half-hour, hour-long, ask as many questions as you want within those times, within reason. And you can have it be a love reading, a career reading, a check-in, a year ahead reading. You get to really pick the topic. So I'd love to do a reading for you. And if you would like that, go to my website, briarrosetarot.com. So with all of that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's go ahead and jump into pile 1. Hey pile one, so this is going to be your card. You guys got Golden Palace, and for your tarot cards, you guys got the Knight of Swords reversed, the World, and the Nine of Wands. So I feel like one of the things coming through at first is what your person loved about you is that you feel like you're a bit of a challenge and an enigma. I feel like this person never really felt like they fully figured you out or fully had you kind of under their thumb. I don't know if you guys are naturally rebellious or just very mysterious, but it feels like they wanted to know more about you, or maybe they wanted to deepen the relationship with you to have it be more official than what it was. And it feels like you were hard to get, not playing hard to get, but genuinely hard to get. Like a lot of you guys kept yourselves at a distance, or maybe you were insistent on still dating other people, or they wanted to make things more official, but you either said no or they just thought you were going to say no, so they didn't ask. But I feel like either way, there's this sense from this person of like, pile one, I could never fully get them where I wanted to get them. And they see you as a little bit of a challenge and a prize. They see you as someone that probably also has a lot of other romantic offers, that a lot of people pay attention to you, a lot of people have their eyes on you, a lot of people want to date you, and that you're very picky and very choosy and selective with who you spend your time with. So in a weird way, I feel like they're still proud to this day of the fact that they got to be with you for however long you guys had a thing, or even that they got to flirt with you or you paid any attention to them at all. It feels like your attention and your focus and just you giving them any kind of time of day is something that they would feel extremely proud about and make them feel really good. Because again, I feel like they sense that you don't even open up to many people, and you might not have even opened up to them about a lot. You might have stayed very mysterious and not told them everything about you. And I feel like they still have a lot of questions. There's a lot of curiosity and just kind of wonder about, what was pile one thinking? Did pile one really like me? Does pile one have the same feelings for me that I do? Or was it just in my head? I feel like you never really gave them that, and you always kept yourself kind of a mystery, an enigma, a puzzle that they had to figure out. And so, even though that might have frustrated them, at the same time, it's also something that pulled them in and that they were extremely drawn to. They kind of love the fact, just like I said, like a puzzle. People do puzzles as like a fun way to spend a Sunday. And if you like puzzles, the bigger and more complicated and complex the puzzle, the 1,000-piece puzzles or 10,000-piece puzzles are going to be the most interesting. And by that same token, I feel like, as much as they might have been frustrated at times, it also really excited them the way you weren't open to everyone and you didn't just like tell everyone your business, or there's just something about you that I feel like, again, is very mysterious and kind of elusive, kind of hard to get a hold of, or hard to know completely. They also see you as someone who attracts a lot of attention and has a lot of admirers and turns a lot of people down. They see you as someone who's extremely independent and just marches to the beat of their own drum, doesn't really care what other people think, and is going to make their own path in life regardless of what other people have to say about it or think about it. And so for that reason, I feel like it almost has inspired them to do their own thing or to stop caring as much about what others have to say, because there's this sense of boldness that you guys give off. I feel like this person was really proud of their connection to you as you guys were getting to know each other. It was something that gave them a lot of joy. Like they would come home and they would think about you, they would think about your conversations, and they would be really proud that they got with someone like you or that they got your attention. It was something that really helped their self-esteem to a certain extent. And this person sees you as very stubborn as well. We have all the fixed signs represented on the World card. So we have Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, and Taurus. And so with a fixed sign, they're going to make their mind up and stick to it. They're not going to change things around. And I feel like this person, they're almost a little intimidated by you. It's like they feel like you are the type of person that really demands good treatment. And when you put your foot down or someone annoys you, you're going to be done with them forever. You're not going to change your mind. You're going to always listen to yourself and respect yourself and treat yourself with a lot of dignity. So again, I feel like this person thinks of you a lot, but they're also intimidated by you. They also worry about kind of like getting on your bad side and not wanting to be making a fool of themselves in front of you. And there is even that fear that they might have made a fool of themselves in front of you at some point. There's also this feeling that you guys are great conversationalists, really easy to talk to, wonderful to talk to, and I feel like you guys are really smart and interesting. Like when you talk, you have interesting things to say. You're just it's one of those conversations where it just flows and you could probably talk to absolutely anyone. You're good at conversations, you're good at connecting to people, and you also, I feel, carry yourselves with a lot of grace and decorum and just a natural grace to your movements. The way you move your body, you might have really impeccable manners or a really wonderful voice, or there's just something very dignified about you guys that I feel like they don't see that very often in other people. So they really do see you as a prize. I want to get some of my song cards, my favorite cards, to get the vibe for this situation. So Spirit, can we get some song cards that sum up this vibe? The bright side, Lil Peep. So this person might be very upset that you guys aren't in contact anymore, if you guys aren't talking or you guys aren't romantically together anymore, because their feelings for you are very strong and intense. And I feel like this person might even have trouble communicating it with the Knight of Swords reversed. They really might have a lot of regrets or just a sense inside themselves that they wish they were braver and were able to reach out to you. I feel like they see you as a genuinely interesting person. It's not even just about your looks, although they are definitely drawn to that, but it's also about who you are deep down. And I feel like you guys have an interesting story to tell, whatever it is. Like maybe you live in a really interesting city and you have an interesting life and you post some of it on social media. I don't know, but I feel like this person is very curious as to what you've been up to lately, what's been going on with you, where you've been, all the things you've done. I feel like they see you as someone who's just naturally going to lead an interesting life because you're such an interesting person and because they see so many people being drawn to you. They know that you are that kind of, not life of the party, but everyone's drawn to you. Everyone's curious about you. Everyone wants to know you. So they know that no matter where you go, you're going to attract that attention and have like interesting interactions and interesting stories to tell. And I feel like they would love to hear from you what you've been up to, but there's also this shyness about reaching out. But yeah, this person definitely has strong feelings. The Bright Side is a really intense song. So I feel like their feelings for you were very strong. Let's get into some more cards for pile one. It's all coming back to me now. Another very intense song by Celine Dion. So yeah, there's a lot of memories that flood this person about you. Don't think that they don't have strong feelings for you, pile one, because they do. They care a lot about you guys, and they might spend quite a lot of time reminiscing about that relationship you guys had in whatever way it was. My favorite music video of all time is this one. I love the aesthetic. It's so like 90s, 80s. But anyway, it's so Taurus to me, that video. But anyway, in the video, she's literally haunted by this man who, like, she was, I guess, her old lover or something like that. And she's and he like appears to her. She's like in this mansion and he keeps like showing up in different places and he's like literally a ghost in her life. So this person might randomly feel like they kind of see you, or everything reminds them of you, like every little thing, or that they check your social media so much and they're so curious and they're kind of telling themselves like, oh my God, why are you checking their Instagram page again? Like they haven't updated, they don't update that much, but you're still checking it every day. I feel like this person just wants kind of like a part of you. They would like to have more access to you. And again, there's this desire they have that they wish they were braver and more forthright with being able to really tell you how they feel and be honest about it and make this connection happen. I feel like deep down in their soul, they know that you might be open to it, but they just can't make themselves go there and fully ask you out and fully make this happen. There's this fear that you're going to say they're corny, or you're going to be like, oh my God, like it's been years. Why are you contacting me? That's really creepy, or something like that. Or it's been, weeks or months, or we'd never had that intense of a relationship, or whatever the case may be. There's this fear of rejection that you just wouldn't be into them again. And so, yeah, I feel like they think of you a lot, but they do feel stuck in the situation and not sure of how to proceed. Let's get some more cards. And they might think of you as their soulmate, because that to me is such a soulmate song. We got Crying in Public by Chairlift. I love that song. And it's a very romantic song. And this person might have felt like they kind of made a fool of themselves when you guys broke up or stopped talking. Maybe their friends all knew that they were kind of moping around, not looking like themselves, not acting like themselves, and they felt a little bit foolish. And maybe this is why they don't want to reach out and kind of lose face, or make it known to people that they still think of you to this extent. They might have had friends who were like, bro, like you got to get over her. Come on, she doesn't even think of you. You know what I mean? They might have had friends that told them that like it was cringe that they were still looking at your photos on Instagram or whatever. They might have had people in their life that kept encouraging them to move on, that made them kind of unable to process their feelings, and they might have feelings of regret now about how they handled things and not being fully upfront with you about everything that was going on in their mind. But yeah, the feelings were there. I actually feel like this person, it's a real mix of being intimidated by you, thinking of you as kind of like a goddess energy, or I guess a god if you're a guy. That sounds a little weird, but of like really revering you and putting you up on a pedestal and feeling so lucky to get to be with you. And then by the same token, you know, having these really deep feelings. So it's kind of like they're scared of you at the same time, but there's a really ooey gooey, soft, sweet feeling of love and affection that they have towards you at the same time. Let's see what other cards we're going to get. Wow. Look at that. Only you, Ellie Goulding. Wow. Like I was saying, I mean, I kind of am getting soulmate vibes. Look at all these cards. I just feel like these are crazy. So, yeah, you, even if they're in another relationship with someone else, you might be the one that they think of right before they're going to sleep. You might be the one that they dream about, or that they feel more connected to, even if they're with someone on the physical dimension. On the astral plane, they might just be, one track mind when it comes to you, and you're the only one they think about. And they might even feel more loyal to you. Like if their current partner had an issue, they might be like, oh, well, whatever, this person can figure it out. But if for some reason you called them out of the blue, I'm hearing that they might drop everything to come help you, because their affection for you is just much stronger, and they really care about everything you have going on. I feel like some of them felt a past life connection with you, and literally felt like they knew you when they met you. They felt like they had known you before, or how do I know this person? Or like, did we have mutual friends? Have I seen them on social media? But they just seem so familiar to me, and I feel like I already know them. And that might be why they've had a hard time being separated from you and you guys not talking or being together, is because I feel like for them, they kind of thought once you guys had found each other that you guys would be together forever. Let's get some more cards. Let's get one final card for pile one. Beyond Love, Beach House. Look at that. Telling you this is like super strong soulmate energy. I mean, the cards reveal it all, that this person's feelings are incredibly strong for you. And I think they think of you quite a lot. I feel like in a way, they see you as like a princess or a prince. They put you up on a pedestal. They see you as up in this palace, like just this incredible, beautiful, smart, like the whole 9 yards. You know, it's not just one thing they like about you, it's everything. It's your energy, it's your vibe, it's your grace. I'm also hearing you guys would be kind to absolutely anyone. Like if you were talking to a homeless person, you might always be the person to give them money. Or if you were talking to a customer service person, you'd go out of your way to be kind and nice to them. Or if you were talking to any kind of stranger, you'd be really friendly. You're just a really good person. And I feel like this person, you know, they respect you as much as they really love you. I feel like in a way, this person feels ashamed at times because they are still a little possessive of you. And at times, it makes them angry. The thought of you being with someone else just makes them so mad. And then they know that they have no right to feel that way. And so they might like beat themselves up a little about like, oh my God, what are you doing? You have no say in this. You have no right to be mad at pile one. You have no right to be jealous of the guy they posted on their Snapchat stories. You like, come on, you have no say over this. And yet they can't help themselves. They can't help but feel jealous, feel upset, and kind of try to keep track of you, even though they know that they don't really have the right to do that. I feel like this person, you know, to them, the fact that you guys aren't together is like a great loss. It might have been something that they mourned for a really long time and really struggled with the idea of you guys not being together or of someone else getting to be with you. It's something that I feel like really drove them crazy, but now they're finally at a place where maybe they're like, okay, I have to accept this. And they might be making plans to reach out to you in the like distant future, but right now it feels like they're too scared to step forward and really say something to you. Let me pull some of these cards. What does pile one's person love about pile one? Oh my God. I love doing this live shuffle so you guys can see the sacred union. Wow, I'm telling you guys, this is the soulmate card for the deck. You can see this lovely, beautiful looking medieval couple. I love their aesthetic on the cover. So this person really does see you as their other half, as their soulmate, as possibly their twin flame, as someone that had an understanding of them that only you have, and they understand you in a way that only they can understand you. I'm hearing that line from Band of Horses where they say, no one's going to love you more than I do. And I feel like this person, you know, there's a lot of regret that they have about wishing they had been more honest, more vocal, more forthright, more willing to put themselves out there. I feel like they felt like their feelings for you at the time were kind of so crazy. Like, how can I feel this way? How can I know after a short amount of time? How can I know after one date, or after sitting next to them in class, or after sitting across from them at the office and we've never even spoken to each other? How can I know that I'm in love with this person and that I feel this way? Or talking to them briefly, you know, but I feel like this person's feelings for you, it kind of overwhelmed them and they didn't know what to do. So they might have even run away from it or sabotaged it or just been too scared to know how to deal. But deep down, I feel like it's finally dawning on them that what you guys had was so special and that they're never going to be able to experience that with someone else. And that's why we got the only you card, is because maybe they've tried to date around or date other people. Maybe they have been in other relationships or they're even in a relationship now, but it just doesn't compare. And I can see over here, I don't know if you guys can see, but like this card is just popping up looking at me and it says Right Through Me by Nicki Minaj. And so again, I feel like you guys saw each other on such a deep soul level. They felt like they could see you, who you were at your core, and they also felt like you could see them. They felt so understood by you, and they're acknowledging, pile one, how intelligent you guys are, and that you see you're a great reader of people. You're a great, like I said, conversationalist, and just in general have good social skills. But it feels like your connection with each other just took it to another level, and like you guys wouldn't even have to say anything to each other because there was this deep soul understanding that was just on a totally other dimension. And I feel like as much as this person might have told themselves, well, listen, I'm not going to step forward now, but I can recreate this with someone else and I'll fall in love with other people, it's just never happened to the level that it's happened with you. And again, I think they're finally accepting that it probably never will. Let's get a couple more tarot cards. I think just 2 more cards. The Hierophant, okay. And, oh, okay, we got 3. The Knight of Cups and the Tower reversed, and the Knight of Cups was reversed as well. So again, with the Knight of Cups, this person, both Knight cards are reversed. So this person might have been very bad at advocating for themselves and really saying what they wanted. And that might be a regret that they have, is for whatever reason, they didn't feel comfortable speaking up. They didn't feel comfortable asking for what they wanted. Maybe they had low self-esteem or a scarcity mindset with relationships or a fear of commitment. But either way, they were like, I can't do this. I'm not going to tell them how I feel. I'm not going to really let them know how much I crave them and how deeply I feel this. And I feel like they kind of ran and hoped the situation would fix itself. And of course it hasn't. And now they're left with these really sad feelings. And it has been a bit of a tower moment for them where they're just, you know, in a very negative place about it. I think that they're really struggling because they're finally letting themselves acknowledge how deep your feelings were for each other and how much they cared about you, how much they understood you and you understood them, and how that kind of connection is so special and it just doesn't come around all the time. With the Hierophant, there might have also been an aspect of them having to live up to certain standards, like, you know, maybe they had this expectation that their life would turn out a certain way or that they would date a certain person, the Hierophant, or maybe it was that you're very non-conventional and you just ran away and didn't want to be in a super conventional relationship with them or something like that. But there could be that aspect of conventionality and like expectations, that societal expectations or familial expectations that really affected the relationship in a negative way. And let's get some astrology dice to get some astrological energies for this reading. So we got the 5th house, Leo, and then we have Uranus, and then we have Libra. So those might be major placements in your chart or your person's chart. So we have Libra, Aquarius, and Libra, Aquarius, and Leo. So those might be some placements at play. 5th house is the house of, it is a relationship and love house. It also rules children, creative activities. And again, that's where you often would look to see a very meaningful, fun, romantic relationship. And I think you guys had so much fun together. And it really was love to this person. Then we have Uranus, Aquarius. Again, I'm sensing this Aquarius vibe for you of stepping outside, doing your own thing, not caring what others people think of you. And finally, we have a Libra. And with the Libra energy here, it is ruled by Venus. And another thing I'm getting with Libra here is that non-confrontational energy that can sometimes surround Libra, where they don't really want to rock the boat or disrupt things. They try to keep the peace. And that's why Mars is debilitated in Libra. So again, this person might have had trouble voicing their deep feelings and trying to keep the peace for some reason, or trying to just go along with society for some reason. And I feel like they really look back now in regret and also in awe of the way you've marched to the beat of your own drum and don't have the same concerns that they do about fitting in with others or making everyone like them or anything like that. So anyways, that's what I have for you guys. Pile 1. So if you guys want more clarity on this situation, be sure to head to my link, trypurplegarden.com/Briar, to get one of their vetted psychics, tarot readers, or astrologers to give you more insight into your situation. And when you follow my link, you're going to get that deal of $10 being matched by them when you put down a $10 deposit. So it's a really incredible special deal. And like I said, all their readers are vetted and super talented. So I hope you guys will check it out and take advantage of it. And anyways, guys, again, I hope it resonated. Make sure to like and hit the thumbs up button if it did resonate with you. Also, I would always love to know how it resonates for you, what your story is, what kind of romance you've been through. So as always, I'm always open ears to hear what's going on in your life and your situation. So drop it in the comments. Also, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Make sure to turn on notifications by hitting the bell so you can find out as soon as I post next. And if you guys want to see more of my readings, head on over to my Patreon. The link is in my description for that as well. I would love to have you join us there. And when you sign up, you get access to over 50 additional readings. Also, if you guys want a private reading from me, you can go to my website, briarrosetarot.com. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am sending you so much love and light, and I will see you guys very soon in another reading. Take care, guys. Bye. Hey, pile two. So if you guys pick this rose quartz crystal, this is going to be your reading. So you guys got Peaks of Joy. And for your tarot, you got the King of Wands, Two of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. So first of all, your person finds you to be very sexy. Just physically, they're very attracted to you and drawn to you. And they really like your physicality, how you look and how you present to others. And you might have even inspired them to realize different parts of their sexuality. Like maybe they didn't realize they could be as turned on by someone as they were with you, or they didn't realize that they could just be so like invigorated and feeling this rush and this crush the way that you brought it out of them. It feels like they would get really excited and kind of nervous to see you. They would look forward to running into you. They might have fantasized about you quite a lot. And it might have been something that honestly they looked forward to throughout the course of their day of like, I can't wait to see pile two. And, you know, pile two is so sexy and all of that. Yeah, I feel like this person, it's like, I'm kind of getting a vibe of like Cruel Summer, the song, you know, where there's this rush, there's this excitement, there's this kind of fun feeling around you. And they might have also been drawn to the fact that other people are attracted to you. They might see you as quite the prize and see you as someone that commands a lot of attention and respect or just interest in you from like the general community. So they might have felt like other people had crushes on you, other people checked you out, and they might have really fantasized about taking you out in public and seeing everyone's heads turn as you walk into the room. I feel like they see you as someone who, first of all, dresses very well, has a really beautiful sense of fashion, style, and the way you put yourself together is quite attractive. And again, they kind of see you as a prize. They see you as someone that other people would really probably be interested in and would want to date and would be very you know, drawn to, like a lot of people. They might see you as someone who has a large social media following, or a lot of people in your friend group have crushes on you. But I just feel like it's like being with you is kind of a status symbol for them, or something they would definitely want to show off to others. I also feel like you inspired them to be wilder. Like you might have inspired them to even change their physical appearance or wear like extra cologne when they would show up to see you, or to be more talkative, bolder, to make choices that I feel like it's almost like they wanted to impress you so badly. They wanted to show off to you and to make you realize that, you know, they're on your level. So it's like they might have even started hitting the gym or working out more, or like I said, changing their physical appearance to try to impress you and to try to feel like they're kind of worthy of you in that way. I also feel like they kind of thought about people around you, whether it's your friends or your family. They might have worried a lot about impressing those people in your life, and thought of you as someone who has a close social circle, or who has a lot of people in their life who care about them. And that might have been a thing they would think about or worry about, is like, oh, I really hope I can impress her mom, or I really hope I can impress his friends. They seem really, really cool. Again, I feel like this person thought you got a lot of respect in the community. They might have also fantasized about really doing some fun activities with you, like going on vacation with you, or doing something wild, you know, like climbing up a a waterfall or something like that, that's kind of out of the ordinary and very bold and adventurous. Again, I feel like you bring that side of them out of them. You make them kind of want to like climb a mountain or show off a little or accomplish and achieve something that maybe usually they would be more of an introvert or more inside their shell. And there's something about you that makes them want to like take on the world and experiment and be bold. So yeah, let's get into some song cards for pile number 2. My favorite cards. Let's get some song cards for pile 2. So we got Diplomat, Sun, Vampire, Weekend. So that's a really interesting card because it's kind of about a forbidden love, and it's also about kind of like I was talking about, like discovering sexuality, I guess, or maybe realizing you're attracted to someone and you weren't expecting it, or realizing maybe you knew you could be attracted, but you're like, wow, this is a totally new level and I'm so drawn to this person and I just can't believe it. And also kind of having to keep things secret a little bit. So there might have been a vibe or an energy of having to keep this secret, or them even keeping it secret from you, how much they cared about you. Sometimes this song can be kind of someone like in denial about how much they feel, how much they care. So it could even be someone who's like, I'm so drawn to you, I'm so attracted to you, but they're not conscious enough to realize it. They might even be like, why am I like, what is wrong with me? Why am I looking forward to going to math class? And they don't want to admit to themselves that it's because you're there. And they might even be like a little hostile or kind of sometimes standoffish, or just like fun arguments as well. That won't apply to everyone, but for some of you guys, there might have been an aspect of someone who, you know, kind of gave flirty insults, or kind of their way of flirting was like banter, or, you know, a little bit of back and forth, a little bit of fake arguing, that kind of a thing. But I do feel like this person, yeah, it's like at a certain time of their life, I feel like this kind of came as a surprise to them. Like they weren't expecting to be so drawn to you, and they weren't expecting to be so turned on by you. And you might have brought out that side of themselves that they were like, oh, I'm never going to feel that way again, or I've never felt that way, or I'm really calm in relationships. And suddenly they find themselves obsessively like refreshing your Instagram, trying to see if you posted a new story, you know, lurking under like a different account or something. I feel like it kind of made them be like, who am I? What am I doing? I don't even recognize myself. Let's get some more song cards for pile number 2. We got Super Bass, Nicki Minaj. Okay, so a very fun song, and I feel like this person sees you as really fun. I feel like they really love your smile, the sparkle in your eyes, the way you make other people feel at home, the way you can turn kind of a boring activity or a boring day into something that's really exciting, energizing, and just joyful. So yeah, I feel like they, you know, it's funny because again, I'm getting some of them at first might have kind of even teased you about something like this. Like they might have been like, oh my gosh, you always say the stupidest things or something like that. But actually they love that part of you. They love when you make like a ditzy joke, or they love when you make a silly comment, even though they might tease you about that. Something where they might tease you for something that they're highly attracted to, but they might try to play it off that way because again, I almost feel like they're like, I don't recognize this part of myself, or what am I doing? Or this is kind of embarrassing that I'm like simping so hard for pile 2. Yeah, let's get some more cards. We got Closer, Tegan and Sarah. So a lot of their attraction to you, again, is very physical. Like I feel like they really wanted to make this a physical connection. Of course, in any love relationship, usually there's, I guess, or a romantic love relationship, there's a physical connection, right? But I do feel like this more so than others, like this person was just so attracted to your physicality and thought of you as so physically beautiful and so sexy. I'm hearing your smell as well is something that they just really loved about you and was just really turned on by. They might have like had someone else walk past them wearing the same perfume or the same body wash or whatever and just been like, oh my God, what is that smell? Like they can't smell anything like that without thinking of you, and it's just a big turn on to them. I feel like this person kind of almost fantasized a little about like corrupting you or something like that, because you do seem like you're fun and bubbly and sweet. And so it's kind of like they want to see that different side of you a little bit. We also got Lies by Marina. So there may have been an aspect of lying on someone's part, maybe on their part or on your part, I guess. I'm feeling like it might have been more their energy. I feel like this person, it's not like they directly lied to you in particular to like deceive you, but maybe they are just in the habit of lying about things. Or maybe this person even would lie to themselves and tell themselves, like, oh, this is a, whatever, she's not that great, she's mid or something, but actually they're thinking of you all the time. Because I do feel like there's this energy of this person kind of being in denial, or maybe that's why they keep bringing up the physical. Maybe it's because they feel more comfortable like talking about like the physical, like, oh, she's so hot, rather than talking about their emotions, because I feel like in a way they feel more vulnerable when they have to talk about their emotions. So they'd rather focus on like the fun physical part of it and act like, oh, it's not that deep, but it really is that deep for them. Let's get another card. We got High by the Beach, Lana Del Rey. So I don't know if this person, maybe they might like to party or go out. And this person might, yeah, they might be a little bit of a party boy or a party girl and like to go out and drink, or I guess do other things. And I feel like, yeah, they see you as also like fun. Like you can hang on that scene even if you're not a part of it. You would be able to like go into a club and make friends with someone or chat or hang out, and you'd be able to handle a variety of social situations. Like you wouldn't be super awkward or weird about it. You wouldn't be like hanging on the sidelines and just feeling so nervous and not able to relax or engage with anyone. So I feel like they are very confident, again, that you can handle yourself in a variety of these social situations. And that might be a bit of a turn on. It's just that you seem cool. You seem like you are someone who knows what you're doing socially and isn't going to make it weird or awkward or anything like that. So let me get into some of these cards. We're going to do a live shuffle for these cards, Spirit. So we got the Queen of the Light, Illumination, Enlightenment, Celebration. Oh my gosh, we got 2 more cards. Okay, that was more than I meant, but we'll read for both. And then we got the Prison Wave, Self-Sabotage, Poverty Consciousness, and the High Lord of Gratitude and Service, Selflessness, Humility, and Conscious Action. So again, I feel like this person loves your fun, playful energy. They see you as someone that could be the life of the party, could probably handle themselves. If they were out at a nightclub or out at a party and didn't know anyone, they could probably start a conversation with a stranger and just be able to handle yourself. I feel like in so many different situations, that is a big turn on for them. And also the way you dress, the way your body moves, just the curves and lines of your body are very, very attractive to this person. I also feel like you have this beautiful laugh. Like when you laugh, it just makes the most beautiful sound. And I feel like they might think or reminisce about that. They might have really loved and enjoyed making you laugh, and that might have been a highlight for them. They might have even thought before you guys would meet up of different ways they could make you laugh or make you smile, or the twinkle in your eyes and how they could bring that out, and everything that they could say to just get you kind of feeling light and easy in the conversation. I almost feel like they take it as a bit of a challenge, but a fun challenge to them. It's kind of like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to like use this line on her today and make her smile, and it's just going to be so funny. I feel like you guys have like this kind of playful relationship, or there's a playfulness to how they view you. There's a sense of wanting to know how you're going to react to different things. So they might have even done things like tried to play pranks on you or say funny things, or kind of like see how you're going to react to different situations, because I feel like they see your reactions as quite funny and amusing to them. But this person, again, they might have run away from it for some reason. They might have felt like, they didn't recognize themselves, or that they weren't even looking for something that serious. And then the feelings they had for you kind of snuck up on them. They weren't expecting to really care as much as they did, and they weren't expecting to feel so drawn to you. And so with the prison wave, they might have engaged in some self-sabotage. They might have even had negative ideas of relationships or what they could expect in relationships. They might have had like an attachment issue, avoidant attachment or anxious attachment or something. More avoidant is what I'm getting, but they might have run away from it or thought like, I can't handle this. This isn't what I was just wanting something easy and fun, and like my feelings for pile two are growing to be too strong. I almost feel like for some of them, they were just at a place in their life when maybe they were like thinking that they only wanted short-term relationships or fun relationships or something that's less serious. And then their feelings for you took them by a bit of a surprise with how much they actually cared. And it might have been a kind of negative surprise of like, wait a minute, I was not supposed to be catching feelings. They might have also, some of them, been planning to move somewhere else or had a long-term vision that like maybe they had a plan of like, oh, I'm going to go to college, or I'm in college and then I'm going to graduate and I'm going to move to New York and then I'm going to take a job overseas. And like they had this whole grand thing. And then when they met you, it was like, whoa, wait, getting married at the age of 21? Oh no, that's not part of the plan. But I feel that strongly for this person, and it might have really scared them quite a lot. So let's get some more tarot cards for pile number 2. If we can get an actual card. Okay, so we got the Strength card reversed. So I feel like this person, they might have even been on talking negatively to themselves about, why weren't you strong enough to step up to the plate? They might have felt not strong enough to actually make things happen with you. There might have also even been some insecurity on their part about their own body or physical appearance. Again, because they're so attracted to you, they see you as so sexy and just so beautiful that they might have felt insecure about being like physically intimate with you, because of course that involves showing your body to the person. They might have felt like they didn't have enough muscles, or they weren't strong enough, or they weren't fit enough, or something like that. They might imagine that you're the kind of person who you only date really fit or really athletic, or someone who's very muscular or something like that. Of course, if you're a woman, maybe it's, or if you're a man asking about a woman or whatever, maybe it's they thought you only dated like women with lots of curves, or whatever the case may be, fill in the blank. But I feel like this person might have had insecurities about their body, or they might have just felt not good enough for you and kind of beat themselves up about, why didn't I step up to the plate, and why wasn't I tough enough to actually make this happen? Let's get into some more cards for pile number 2. We got the 9 of Cups reversed, okay? So it's really interesting we got the 9 of Cups reversed, because again, there's that heavy energy around this person that maybe they're still in an energy of wanting to go out and have fun and not be that serious, not be that deep, not like, I feel like in a way you're like wifey or husband material, and I feel like this person maybe wasn't in that era or age in their life. They maybe didn't have the maturity to fully take on that kind of relationship, and they might have been in a place where they were like, oh, I'm just gonna have fun, I'm just gonna let loose, and I'm just gonna have a party, and then they're catching feelings for you and it's kind of scary, and then they do something to sabotage it, because definitely the 9 of Cups can talk about someone who's drinking too much, or possibly just partying a lot, going out a lot, having a lot of fun with other people. But with it being reversed, it can definitely be more of the negative side of it. So yeah, I feel like this person, they were so drawn to you, but it's almost like they weren't ready for the fullness of this connection. They weren't ready for all the feelings you brought out in them and all the intensity, the connection, the fact that I feel like in a way you made them protective of you, like not on purpose, but it's almost like when they were around you, they found themselves naturally stepping into that protective role and being like, hey, where's pile two? Are they still with us? Did they get lost on the way to the bar? Oh, okay, cool, they're here. And then maybe they were like, what am I turning into? Like, I'm turning into this simp and I'm completely obsessed with this one person and I'm supposed to be this cool party guy, or I'm supposed to be like the life of the party, and all I'm doing is obsessing over pile two, and it's like not the vibe, you know? So I feel like there may have been that energy around this person of just kind of running from their emotions a lot and not really being okay with all the feelings that came up for them. Let's also get some astrology dice. So we got the nodes. Wow. So we got the North Node, third house, aka Gemini. Oh, double Gemini. Well, that's not really a surprise because this person definitely can give off some Gemini energy. Let me spin this though for another house. Fifth house, Leo. Okay, definitely makes sense as well. And I'm gonna spin this too. Oh my gosh. Okay, we'll just do double Leo and the nodes. So with the nodes, that can talk about fated meetings, that can talk about past life connections as well, but it can talk about things that, you know, we're supposed to experience and are a part of our spiritual development. So maybe that's why this person was so drawn to you, even though they weren't in that place in their life where they thought they would be in a relationship, where they thought they were ready, but they couldn't help themselves because it felt faded, and their heart and their soul was telling them like, you have to give this a shot, this is something special, this is really amazing. But it might have been something that really intimidated and scared them rather than making them excited for like, oh, I can't wait, okay, I found my soulmate now. They might have been like, whoa, 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 way too young to find my soulmate, this is not what I wanted. And definitely Gemini, you know, Gemini is the twin, and Gemini tends to have a kind of short attention span and always be like on to something new. Of course, there's lots of high vibrational Geminis, so all signs have the high vibrational aspect and the low vibrational aspect, the pros, the cons, whatever. But just in this context of all the cards I pulled with Gemini, you know, they have really brilliant, fast working minds. They can always be on to new things, which can work really well whenever they have to learn a new subject um, or like, yeah, learn anything new, talk about something new. They're amazing at that. But sometimes it can mean that, you know, maybe when they have to like settle down into one thing and one thing only, that's not really Gemini's thing. And so this person might have been in an energy of like, oh wait, I don't really want this. Like, yeah, I wanted a relationship, I wanted to have fun, but suddenly I'm catching feelings and I feel really intensely and I really like this person, and I'm not even trying to do that. Like, I am trying to have fun, I'm trying to bounce around and enjoy myself. And with the fifth house coming through, Leo energy, they may have been in that kind of fun natured Leo energy, fifth house energy, which is all about hobbies and creative activities and mostly just fun. Like, it's a really fun, exciting house about, you know, whatever you like to do that just puts a smile on your face and is just fun. So I feel like this person, it's almost like they weren't ready for the serious part. They might have been in just more of an immature energy, or they might have been in a stage in their life when they were just looking to explore and go out and be the life of the party. And then you came in and suddenly everything was like upside down and they're feeling so intensely and they're like, no, 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 I didn't sign up for this. I was supposed to be having like a party summer, and suddenly I'm obsessed with this one girl, and this is a no. I'm gonna end things because this is a no for me. So there might have been an aspect of that, but I do feel like they really liked you. They, again, I feel like we're very drawn to you, thought of you as being very sexy, very attractive physically. And I think maybe they just have to work through some of their own immaturity, or just being in a place where they're ready for the full relationship, the fullness of relationship, the tough parts, the commitment, and all of, you know, those parts of it. So yeah, I think that's what I have for you, pile two. So if you guys want more clarity on this situation, be sure to head to my link, trypurplegarden.com/Briar, to get one of their vetted psychics, tarot readers, or astrologers to give you more insight into your situation. And when you follow my link, you're going to get that deal of $10 being matched by them when you put down a $10 deposit. So it's a really incredible special deal. And like I said, all their readers are vetted and super talented. So I hope you guys will check it out and take advantage of it. And if you guys liked the reading or want to comment on it, I always love hearing from you guys about your specific situation, whatever's going on. I'm always super curious. I'm just nosy, so I like to read about what's going on. So if you want to let me know, I'm always very curious to hear. Drop it in the comments. Also, make sure to hit the like button, give this reading a thumbs up if it did resonate with you. Also, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell as well so you can find out as soon as I post next. And if you guys want to see more of my readings, head on over to my Patreon. When you do sign up, you get access to over 50 additional readings. So there's lots to go through over there, and the link for that is in my description for my Patreon. And if you guys want to get a private reading with me, you can also get that at my website, briarrosetarot.com. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am sending you so much love and light, and I'll see you very soon in another reading. Take care, guys. Bye. Hey, pile 3, welcome to your reading. So you guys got One Ring Circus, and for your tarot, you got the 6 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords reversed, and the 10 of Wands. So what I'm getting right off the bat is honestly a very strong, sad feeling. Like, I feel like this person is very upset about the fact that they're no longer with you. I feel like this is something that honestly really brings them a lot of pain. And when I saw the tarot cards, that really backed that up for me. We got the 3 of Swords reversed, which could show that this person is having a really hard time getting over this relationship. What I'm feeling intuitively is that this person and you had a very deep connection. It feels like it was a connection on an intellectual level, not just a physical or fun attraction level, but a very deep soul level. Like, you guys could talk about anything. You guys really understood each other, and there was so much commonality. It feels like this person saw you as almost like a soft place to land, or almost felt like being with you was kind of like going home. Or yeah, there might have been a past life soulmate type of connection that they had with you. And I feel like for them, it has been very painful to not have you in their life anymore. I feel like for them, that's something that honestly really bothers them, and they might spend quite a bit of time thinking about it and wishing that they could go back and handle things better. I don't know why, but it just is giving me a strong sense of regret and kind of pain and almost panic. Or how do I fix things? How do I patch things up? Like, how did this happen? I feel like this person never felt like you guys would end up in this situation, in this position. They really felt like, you know, maybe you guys were going to end up together forever, or that your connection was so strong that it was unbreakable. And I feel like for them, it has been really painful accepting that you're no longer going to be in their life and that you have moved on, because there is that sense that maybe some of you guys have moved on. You're in another relationship or you're dating other people, but it doesn't feel to me like you're waiting around for them. There is this fear that some of you guys are living your best life and you're out there having fun and enjoying yourself without them. I feel like this person does have that fear that you might have moved on, that you might be with someone else, or you're out living your best life. There is this fear or this sense that they have that you don't really care as much as they cared. Like, they feel like they had stronger feelings for you than you have for them. And they see you as someone, I feel like one thing they really like about you is that you're kind of a mystery, a bit of an enigma. You don't show your feelings. Like, I feel like you're not the type, even if you are sad, you're not the type to be posting on Instagram about, like, you know, those inspirational quotes that are always a dead giveaway when someone like has a breakup and they start posting about, like, you know, users or liars or something. It's like a dead giveaway that they just broke up or that they're going through it emotionally, right? Like, I mean, you can't blame them, but you're like, okay, so some things happen. I feel like you're just not that type. You're not going to be messy. You're very dignified. You keep things close to the vest. You're going to act with a lot of grace and handle yourself really well. So I feel like this person just, it's like they don't know where they stand with you. You know, they kind of don't know, they don't know what you're thinking or what you're feeling. And I feel like they worry that you really never cared that much, or you don't care that much, or you're just past it, moving on and on to the next. So yeah, I feel like in a way, this person also might fantasize about, like, getting more money or more power as a way to get your attention. So maybe they feel like how they are now is not really good enough for you, but I feel like they see you as a powerhouse type energy. Like they see you as very successful, or they see you as someone who's going to accomplish a lot in life. So they might fantasize about them being the one to like open a really successful business or go to a really good graduate school, and then you finding out, I mean, like, oh, I didn't know pile my person for pile 3, I didn't know they had it in them. They might fantasize about kind of like those scenarios where they're able to really prove their worth to you in some way. Let's get into some of the song cards, my favorite cards. Let's see what we're going to get. I'm closing my eyes. This one says Beyond Love by Beach House. So I love all of Beach House's stuff, and Beyond Love is a super dreamy song. And I feel like, you know, to me, that song's also like highly kind of intellectual. I feel like Beach House is a, I don't know, like a smarter type of band, I guess, musical act. And very dreamy and kind of psychedelic. And so again, there's this intellectual connection. They might think that you have a really cool sense of taste in music or sense of taste in style, or they might have, you know, I'm almost feeling like a museum vibe around you guys, or I guess light academia or academia style, or there's something about you that I feel like is really smart and interesting and compelling to them. Like they want to know more about you. They want to go to concerts with you or lie have a picnic with you in like Central Park in the middle of summer and read to each other from like old 1800s books or something. I don't know. There's a vibe around you of you being really smart and carrying yourself really well, and like you don't let anyone see you sweat kind of a thing. And so I feel like a lot of their interest in you, maybe it started with that, being intrigued by like, wow, pile 3 has the coolest sense of style and they're always carrying themselves so well. They seem really smart. They just seem like they're kind of on a higher level than the other people around me. They just seem like they're operating on a smarter plane, I guess. Let's get into some more cards for pile number 3. All is full of love. Bjork. Okay, so same. Bjork, clearly a little bit of a alternative or intellectual, kind of artistic artist. And so again, I feel like there's this intellectual, cool, different, like in the indie music or European, or I don't know, just very, very smart vibe around you guys. And I feel like that's one of the things they really love. And it does mention, or it is worth mentioning, that these are both very romantic songs. The titles alone, Beyond Love, All is Full of Love. So I feel like, you know, they really did care about you. And there was also a very gentle energy they might have had towards you. They might have had a fear of like scaring you off or coming on too strong. So they might not have wanted to like come in and just try to really like hit on you and like use a bunch of pickup lines and kind of riz you up, you know what I mean? They might have wanted to kind of be very chill and like relaxed and respectful, and maybe they did a little bit too much of that to the point where you're like, are they even into me? Did they not even see me romantically? Are they just liking me as a friend? Like what the heck? They've never asked me out. But I feel like it's like maybe they were afraid to do that because they didn't want you to think that they were like an F-boy, or that they were just using you, or they were just in it to hit it and quit it. That you know, they wanted you to feel respected, and they wanted you to feel like they were a good person, and they wanted things to be long term. But maybe because of that, they like took way too much time and were too slow, and then the opportunity passed. So yeah, let's get some more cards for pile number 3. Wildest Dreams, Taylor Swift. Another highly romantic song. So Hot You're Hurting My Feelings, Caroline Polachek. Another, like all the songs I feel like are very, well, they're all like strong women and like artistic women. And then with the exception of Taylor, they're all kind of indie music. So again, I feel like they just think you have like cool or different musical taste, I guess. And delicate Taylor Swift. So yeah, like I was saying, that kind of delicate vibe. Like, I feel like that song is about not wanting to break a relationship, not wanting to like come on too strong or to ruin it somehow or to say the wrong thing and then things go up in flames, but to be kind of like nervous about like, okay, this is the beginning stages and I got to say the right thing and I got to act right and I don't want to like make them lose interest in me. So they might have been too afraid to fully put themselves out there and let you know their feelings and their intentions. And it might have gone to a point where like you were like, I don't even know if you like me or are into me. I feel like this person would really be proud to be seen with you around town because, again, they see your sense of style as being really cool. They see the way you carry yourself and the things you're interested in as being really cool. And they also, I think some of you guys have a really cute nose or something, is what I'm seeing, like a very cute nose. So I don't know what you guys have with that, but yeah, I feel like they found you to be very cute and almost like they might have fantasized about seriously the whole long-term relationship thing, like holding hands with you, walking around the city, or going out to try cool different restaurants, like trying Ecuadorian food together or Ethiopian food or whatever, something a little different. And I feel like, or exploring like an old bookstore, like I feel like they see you as highly intelligent and like you wouldn't just be impressed by the normal regular things like, oh, let's go to Applebee's. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but maybe they would want to have an aspect of something that's kind of from a different culture or new or something that has an aspect of like intellectualism to it. And obviously there's nothing inherently intellectual about like Ethiopian food or whatever, but I guess if you're from a certain culture that doesn't have a lot of access to that, maybe you're exploring, you're opening your eyes up, you're kind of turning your brain on by broadening your palate to a certain extent. So I feel like they just see you as someone that's very open. You want to explore, you want to learn, there's an intellectual curiosity about you, and you're not just wanting like the same old regular. And I feel like that's something they might fantasize about with you, is like taking you out somewhere and maybe impressing you, like maybe giving you a copy of a really cool book, like an original first edition copy or something, and you being like, oh my gosh, who is this author? I never heard of them. That's so cool. So yeah, I feel like they kind of, and Taylor is a great example of this because I feel like she's kind of, someone on Twitter said she gives like the really cool English professor vibes. Like the young, I guess like a young English teacher at like a high school, not like a 65-year-old English teacher, obviously, but like the young teacher at high school that would always be like encouraging everyone to learn. And she kind of does. And I feel like, yeah, you kind of might give off a little bit of that vibe too, of like someone who's really smart, but also cool and, you know, not smart in like a dowdy way or a way that's like too out of touch or way too old school, but like young. And yeah, so let's get into some of these cards. Spirit, what did pile three's person like about pile three? How did they view them? The Arrow Master, hitting the mark, intention, detachment. And there's that detached energy coming through again. So again, that fear that you guys just don't really care, that you're not that into them, that you're kind of doing your own thing and you're just not so focused on them. Like you have your own life, you have your own goals. They might perceive you as a little bit of like a hustler in your job, not a hustler as in like you're like, give me money. I'm scheming my way to the top, but you're a hustler as in like, oh, I gotta wake up early, I gotta go to the gym, or I gotta call my boss, I gotta check my emails, and you're focused, like you have goals and you're gonna try to meet them and you have dreams. Like maybe you have a dream to move to a really big city or to move to another continent or another country or to learn a new language. I feel like that vibe is heavy around you guys. I don't know, kind of Sagittarius vibes, I guess. I could see Aquarius as well. But I feel like you're just very curious. Also Virgo for sure. But yeah, you're very curious and I feel like you know, they kind of wonder where they would fit into your life. They wonder if you have space for them or room for them in your life, or if you're like, no, I'm good, I'm thriving, I'm living my best life, like I don't really need you, sorry. Yeah, we were cool and we like hung out a few times, but like I'm kind of doing my own thing. So I feel like they just, in a way, they are very turned on and in awe of the way you guys are building something for yourself, a beautiful life for yourself, and the way you're doing things on your own, and how bold and brave you guys are and open to new things that you guys are. But at the same time, I also feel like it makes them wonder where they could fit in, how they could fit in, and if they could fit into your life, or if you're just, you know, not really open to them. Let me get a drink of water. Tea, I mean, and you guys, you know, that's funny that I just had to take a sip of tea because I feel like y'all totally have like a tea girl vibe. I know like tea girl isn't a thing, but it should be, right? That should be a thing because like that would be y'all's aesthetic. I feel like you seem like the type to drink like herbal teas or to drink tea over coffee, or if you drink coffee, maybe drink like coffee black or something like that. I don't know. It's just like I'm getting like artsy coffee house vibes or tea house vibes. So let's get one more card from this deck. The Lady of the Gift, generosity, receiving, withholding. That's so interesting because we also got the Six of Pentacles for you guys. So they might really fantasize about giving you guys gifts, or again, I feel like in a way it's like proving their value to you, like showing you that they could add to your life, maybe because they have this fear that you guys are so independent that you don't really need them at all. So they're like, where would I fit in? Oh, I know, I could give them gifts. I could give them money or something. I don't know. But that's come up twice. So maybe, yeah, they're thinking about how they could impress you or how they could make an excuse to contact you. And maybe it's being like, hey, by the way, I know you said you had always wanted this record, this vinyl record, and you know, I found one randomly. Do you want me to come over and bring it to you? Maybe that's like their angle. I don't know, but this energy of giving something to you is coming through really strong. And I feel like maybe it is, again, because there's insecurity about like, where am I going to fit into this and how can I fit into this? Let's get some final tarot cards for pile number 3. Justice, Two of Swords reversed, and let's get one more. So we got the Five of Cups. So we definitely have Libra energy. And you know, Libra is an air sign, and there's that air sign vibe around you guys of being very smart, being very intellectual, being very relentlessly curious about things. Being interested in a lot of different things and being very fair and balanced. And again, Libras are also very well spoken. They tend to be very diplomatic. They tend to be willing to talk to anyone and capable of really talking to anyone, not like they're really never like rude or overly harsh with their words. They tend to be very genteel with how they speak about things. So again, I feel like this person really respects that about you, but it also might work against you in a way because with Libra placements, you know, they tend to charm everyone. So you can be like, oh, I'm just, yeah, they don't really care about me. That, you know, they're just doing their Libra thing. They're charming everyone. And maybe they do have feelings, but you'll never know because they're going to be super nice to everyone, right? So that might be something they respect about you, but it also might be something that it kind of has led to them being unsure of exactly how you feel and whether your feelings for them are genuine or whether you're kind of just being polite, just being nice to them. And yeah, I feel like in a way they kind of don't know how to differentiate between this. So I feel like they feel very torn. We do have the Two of Swords, and that can talk about really hesitating between decisions. And then we have the Five of Cups. So definitely they're upset. There's a lot of sad cards coming through for them. So yeah, they're kind of going through it. Anyways, let's get some astrology dice for this reading as well. What's the astrological energy at play for pile number 3, Spirit? So we have Virgo, Mercury, and the 3rd house, Gemini. Oh my God. Triple Mercury. I almost mentioned Gemini because that's the other mercurial energy. But yeah, let's I guess spin the planet card again so we can get something else. Okay, the Sun. So we have Gemini and Virgo coming through, as well as the ruler of both those signs, Mercury. And so again, you guys are highly curious, highly intellectual. Mercury is kind of the little genius of the zodiac, and also genius in a way that's really good with their words. I mean, you see a lot of prominent Mercury in the placements of writers, as well as in people who do kind of public speaking or commentary. And Mercury is in deep thinkers of all kinds, even if they're kind of in the background. Mercury is just so great at thinking things through and at having a really unique perspective. A lot of Mercurial people, they love to read, they love to learn, they know a lot of random information. And I'm definitely getting that Virgo vibe because I'm kind of, I don't know, I always associate Virgo for some reason with the color like brown, like kind of like a corduroy brown type color, you know, like, or like an old leather bound book type of brown, or a wood paneled library office brown. Like, I don't know, I just, or fall autumn brown, which is Virgo season. But yeah, I just feel like there's something about you guys that's kind of Virgoan or autumny, like, yeah, leaves falling down on a university campus. And that might be something that this person was very drawn to or attracted to you about. And with Gemini, third house is a communications house. It's how we communicate to others. And with Gemini coming through with that as well, Gemini is all about learning, all about, also has multiple facets to their personality and assets to their personality, and they're always kind of surprising you. You never really know what a Gemini is going to say next or where you stand with them. So again, there is that vibe of like, I don't know if they really like me or not, or they're just being nice. I'm not sure. I can't really tell the difference. And with the sun, they also see a lot of people as being drawn to you. They also see you as being a little bit of the center of attention, even though maybe you're not trying to be that. And your vibe isn't the type that a lot of people would traditionally associate with, like, I'm going to be a star. But I feel like a lot of people are drawn to you because you're not trying to seek out attention. You're just naturally like an interesting person. Like if you got stuck next to you at a dinner party or at a cocktail party and you didn't know anyone, you were like, oh, I have to talk to this person, pile three, you would make it so interesting. You would always have interesting facts and tidbits. You might be like good at Jeopardy and stuff like that. But again, I feel like this person just doesn't know where they can fit into your life. And there's this real sadness of like, oh, pile three is going to go accomplish so many good things. They also see you as being very functional in a relationship, very capable of making a relationship work and go really well. So I feel like for them, it's really hard to think that like they're going to be the one who's not experiencing with that with you, and someone else will get to experience that beautiful side to you. So yeah, there's a lot of regret coming through pile three. It's a deep feeling. Yeah, very sad, but oh well. Anyways, I really hope it resonated, guys. So if you guys want more clarity on this situation, be sure to head to my link, trypurplegarden.com/Briar, to get one of their vetted psychics, tarot readers, or astrologers to give you more insight into your situation. And when you follow my link, you're going to get that deal of $10 being matched by them when you put down a $10 deposit. So it's a really incredible special deal. And like I said, all their readers are vetted and super talented. So I hope you guys will check it out and take advantage of it. And if you guys like this reading, I always love hearing from you in the comments as well. So if you want to let me know what this energy is, I'm always super curious. I always love to hear your stories, thoughts, and your experiences. So definitely let me know in the comments. Also, make sure to like this video, hit the thumbs up button if it did resonate with you, and make sure to subscribe and turn those notifications on. Hit the notification bell so you can find out as soon as I post next. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am sending you so much love and light, and I will see you guys very soon in another reading. Take care, guys. Bye. Hey Pile Four, so if you guys picked this crystal, this is going to be your reading. So you guys got unexpected visitors, and then for your tarot, you got the Star, Page of Swords, and the Seven of Swords reversed. So your person really saw you as a star, the center of attention, and very physically beautiful, very eye-catching. I feel like you guys are very bubbly and easy to get along with as well. Like I feel like you're an amazing conversationalist, and you're someone that they could just talk to for hours. I feel like you have a really beautiful, soothing energy about you. Like you're very giving, you're very loving. You would probably give the shirt off your back to anyone. You'd probably like give money to a homeless person or be really nice to waiters. But there's something about you that feels almost like a mom or a dad. Like they know they can depend on you. They know they can trust you. You seem just very trustworthy, kind, and like a loving, giving person. And I feel like this person really looks back on their time with you and kind of wishes they still had access to your energy. They wish that they still could be in your life and could be on the receiving end of that energy. And this person might be fantasizing about reaching out to you or saying something to you. They might really want to contact you in some way with this unexpected visitors cards and the Page of Swords. They definitely might be fantasizing about hitting you up somehow, texting you, calling you, or getting back into your life in some way, even like running into you out in public. So maybe they would try to go to the same coffee shop they know you go to as a way of wanting to maybe get to meet you and not put themselves out there as much. I do feel like this person lurks on your social media for sure, but they wouldn't even think you would notice because they feel like you have a lot of admirers. They feel like you have a lot of people who pay attention to you and a lot of people who are checking with you. That's something that also I feel like increases their attraction to you, is to them you feel like a tribe. I was gonna say a trophy or a prize, so I guess I slammed those words together. But yeah, you feel like someone that they would be so proud to have on their arm, and I'm hearing so proud to show you off to their family. They just see you as very physically beautiful, very physically attractive. And I feel like it's almost like they feel like they kind of fumbled the bag, but they're not totally done with this. Like they feel like there's still a chance and that they still might be able to come forward and get you to be interested in them again somehow. First of all, your fashion sense is another thing that I feel like is really on point. And they see you as someone who's just always put together, always looks really good, and someone that they would be proud to be seen with out in public. They would be proud to take you around. And I do feel like if they did take you on a date or something, they would want to take you to like the nicest place in town. They would want to take you to like the most upscale steakhouse or to the nicest club or whatever. They wouldn't be trying to hide you in like the back corner booth at the Chili's. They would definitely be wanting to take you to that high end place and maybe ask for like the big seat up front so that they could show you to the world. Yeah, I feel like this person sees you as such a, again, it's like you kind of give off wifey vibes or hubby vibes. Like there's so much warmth in your energy that I feel like you just give off long-term relationship energy. You just seem like someone who it would be amazing to be in a long-term relationship with. You wouldn't be someone that would be harsh or judgmental, and they perceive you as someone that is genuinely kind, genuinely giving. If you're doing something for someone, it's not because you want the optics of it or you want people to think, oh, that person's really nice. It's because you genuinely care, and you probably would take the time to stop and talk to like anyone. You probably would be making small talk with like the bank teller when you're dropping off a check, or with the lady helping you out in a little fashion boutique. But there's something very kind, sweet, and giving about you guys. Let's get into some song cards, my favorite cards. Okay, let's see what we got for pile number 4. So we got High by the Beach, Lana Del Rey. Okay, let's see what else we're gonna get. There Is a Light That Never Goes Out, The Smiths. Right Through Me, Nicki Minaj. And Turn to White, She and Him. So the first thing, of course, Lana, she is all about being spoiled and she loves that kind of energy. So this person definitely might fantasize about being able to take care of you, or they might feel like that's what you deserve. Maybe that could be a reason why they haven't stepped forward yet, is because they're like, I don't know if I'm at that place financially or in my life when I can really take care of them the way they deserve to be taken care of. Because I feel like they see you and they picture you as someone who's very like kind of high end. Like you might dress in high end clothing, or even if you don't, you just give off that vibe of someone who wouldn't be okay with, not that you would like throw a fit about it yourself, but like you deserve to be taken to the nicest places and picked up in the nicest car and to have that really high treatment. And I feel like you also value yourself on that level. So you're not really just looking to settle, or you're not in a desperate energy of just like, oh my gosh, I need to find someone. I don't really care who. I don't care how they treat me. I just need someone. I'm lonely. Like that's not your vibe. You're very knowing your own worth and knowing your self-worth. So yeah, I feel like this person it's like almost like maybe they felt not ready for you at the time. Maybe they felt like they still had work to do or they were still building, and they had this plan that they would check back in later with you when they had maybe more financial stability or more stability in their life, or maybe even if they had leveled up their body. Maybe they felt insecure about how they looked and they were like, oh, let me hit the gym for a few months and then I'll contact pile 4 again. And now maybe too much time has passed or something and they're a little shy, or they're like, okay, it's awkward now if I text them. But yeah, I feel like this person really sees you as the prize, like a trophy. I keep hearing Future singing that line. So yeah, I feel like you guys, you come off as someone they're so proud to have on their arm, and almost like a little bit of a dream girl or a dream boy for this person, where they're like, wow, being with that person would be amazing. But I feel like they don't know how to actually make it happen. They don't know what to do to actually take that from fantasy to reality. With There Is a Light That Never Goes Out, again, well, the beautiful line from that song is, of course, to die by your side is such a heavenly way to die. So I feel like this person would love to be around you in absolutely any capacity. Like they just love being in your energy fields. Like they just feel so drawn to it. It's almost like an addiction to them. Just, I feel like some of you guys in this pile are quite happy. You have a very positive energy. You're very like uplifted, positive vibes, happiness, joy. And so I feel like this person just looks forward to getting to see you, getting to talk to you, and getting to be around you. Also, I feel like, oh, what was I going to say? I was going to say something and it just literally left my mind. Oh yeah, so I feel like a lot of you guys have a sparkle in your eye that's coming through really strong. I'm seeing eyes that just sparkle with little dots of light inside of it. So you might have like little flecks inside your eyes, flecks of gold, or if you have like blue eyes, maybe little flecks of platinum or white or something against the blue, or like lighter blue within your blue. I don't know, but I feel like you guys have little like gold dust in your eyes sparkling, and it's just really beautiful. I feel like they love looking into it. Um, but there's a feeling towards them that you would just only accept the best. Even that, like physically, they might be insecure that they're not a match for you. They might feel like you deserve someone who's physically more attractive. Even if this person is attractive, it might just be their insecurity and they're putting you up on such a pedestal that they're like, there's no way, there's no room for me here. Like pile 4 deserves so much better and they're not going to accept me. Let's get some more cards. Harmony Hall Vampire Weekend. Why can't I say that? And let's get one more. I summon you, Spoon. So again, I'm telling you guys, this person does fantasize about running into you. They want to run into you. You need to be on the lookout when you go to like your coffee shop or whatever. You might find them like in the corner being like, oh, hey, oh my God, I forgot your apartment's around the corner. Yeah, I was just doing some work on my laptop. Anyway, take a seat. There might be something like that where they're like, let me scheme up a run in with pile number 4 and find a way to stumble across them. So maybe they start going to like your local gym or your local grocery store or something. I don't know. Not everyone is going to do that, but I do feel like this person fantasizes about getting back in touch with you. They really would like to get back in touch with you and get to have access to you again. And again, with Harmony Hall, I just want to mention, like, I feel like that song's kind of about how people can be really mean. That whole album is about that, which is why I like that album. But Cancer Moon vibes for me, because people are mean and sometimes we need music about it. But yeah, I feel like that song is kind of like, again, there's this feeling of you just being so kind and like them loving that about you, them loving your heart and your sweetness and your openness to the world, and how giving and generous and loving you guys are, and that you're not closed off or cruel or a mean person. You're truly genuinely kind, which is, that can be rare nowadays. And so I feel like that just has been a big turn on, or it's something that maybe made them fall in love with you. Maybe there was a moment when there was someone who was trying to talk to you and other people would have dismissed them or been kind of rude to them, but instead, oh, I just looked at the clock and it's 11:11. But yeah, instead of you guys dismissing this person, you took the time out to talk to them and look them in the eye and be really kind. But again, that kindness is just something that they keep bringing up over and over. Let's get into some of these cards for pile number 4. Spirit, what can you tell me about how do they see pile 4? What is it that they love about pile 4? The Shadow Queen, acquiring knowledge, insecurity, manipulation. Okay. And the High Lady of Love and Compassion, reverence, kindness, consideration, and the Keeper of the Scales, fairness, balance. So I also think there's something quite graceful about you guys with this card coming out, reminding me of Libra energy. I feel like there's something just graceful about the way you carry yourself, about the way you physically move. You might move your arms, your wrists, your hands in a way that just has a lot of natural grace and is very pleasant to look at. I also feel like this person might contrast you against like an ex. You might be this High Lady of Love and Compassion card, and their ex or someone else they've dated or other people they interact with are the Shadow Queen. Because yeah, I feel like this person, you know, they keep bringing up like, wow, pile 4 just has the kindest heart and is just so lovely and so sweet and so kind. And it feels to them like a breath of fresh air. Like I feel like they just don't usually get to see many people who are that loving and giving. And I do feel like it makes them fantasize about kind of being with you in a long-term relationship. They might feel like you're the kind of girlfriend or the kind of boyfriend who would like make them breakfast in bed, or who would be really good with children, and who would be so sweet if you ever met their family and be like super nice to their kind of kooky uncle, you know what I mean? And you would just be someone that they're so proud to be seen with. But I do feel like they also perceive that a lot of people want to know you, a lot of people like you. You might be someone who has a lot of friends, or they just perceive you as someone that, even if you don't have that many close friends, a lot of people enjoy you, like your energy, respect your energy. So it might be something where they're like, oh, I just don't know how I can fit in there. I don't know how I can get a place in pile 4's life, because they have all these people that are kind of scheming up, trying to get closer to them, and I just don't know where I would fit in this. Also, some of you guys have really beautiful hair and they're very attracted to your hair. I feel like this person would fantasize just about like staring into your eyes and like kind of having pillow talk with you, or cuddling, like kind of innocent things, you know what I mean? Like just getting to really spend time with you, and not even in like a super, you know, overly sexual way, but like just getting to be around your energy and getting to hold you. It's very sweet. It's very loving. And yeah, I also feel like you guys have an understanding of each other, possibly each other's trauma. You guys might have gone through similar hardships in like childhood, or shared, maybe both of you guys come from like divorced families or something like that. But I feel like it's almost like this person wants to, they feel like you do so much for others that they kind of want to return the favor and help take care of you, since you do so much for everyone else. So let me get into the tarot again. Spirit, please can you give me guidance for pile number 4, for what does pile 4's person find attractive about them, and what do they love about them? 5 of Wands, okay. Death card reversed. 8 of Cups reversed. And let's get one more. We got the Hanged Man. So with the 5 of Wands, you guys might sometimes get a little feisty, and sometimes even they could argue with you. What is that? Like there's some, I don't know, there's some celebrity or someone who said like arguing with her is better than like, I don't know, sex with anyone else, I think, something like that. I don't know. But like, yeah, arguing with you guys is, I feel like even if they were to argue with you, or even if you got feisty and got mad at them about something, they would still just, they love being around you guys. They see you as so beautiful that it's like, totally fine as long as I get to be a part of their energy, as long as I get to be around them. Like, I'm cool, I'm good with that. Or maybe things ended with you guys arguing about something. They might regret that because the next card is the Death card reverse and then the Eight of Cups reverse. So they might be really regretting it, especially if they were the ones to leave the situation. Even if you left the situation, they might be hoping that you have a change of heart or that this energy flips and things are able to pick back up again. And I'm hearing if it was an argument, it was like something silly and small, and they didn't mean to upset you or to say something that was like disrespectful or that would really make you mad. So, yeah, this person, I feel like they look back with a lot of reverence towards you. They look back and think of you as someone who, again, they could see themselves, honestly, for some of them, building a family with you or being with you long term forever. And I feel like it's kind of like some of them don't know how they bungled things. I could see some of you guys still being together with this person, to be honest. But if you guys did have a breakup or an ending of some kind, I feel like they're kind of confused as to like, geez, how did I mess that up? Or how did things spiral out of control so quickly? Like, we were so good, and I just don't understand how this thing fell apart because we were like so perfect together. And I feel like they were so proud to be seen with you. They wanted to introduce you to their family. There's something about them really thinking about showing you their family, or that their family would like you or something like that. And I feel like they kind of, again, they're not completely resigned to the fact that this is over. They definitely have the intention of picking things back up again and making things happen again with you and moving things forward somehow. I just feel like a lot of them don't quite know how that could possibly happen, but it's on their mind. It's something they do want. And I feel like in a way they're like, I can treat you better than this other person you're with, or I would treat you better. Like, I know you so much more and I respect you so much more, and just give me a minute to get my act together, and at the right time, I promise I can step up to the plate. Let's get some astrology dice for this reading. Spirit, give me some astrological energies for pile number 1, or excuse me, 4. I don't know why I said 1. Okay, so we got the 12th house, Pisces, and we got Aries, and then we got the nodes. Let me spin the north node. Let me spin this again. Mars. Okay, that's Aries. The nodes. Should I spin it one more time, or is Spirit just wanting me to read Pisces, Aries? Saturn. Okay. So we got Pisces, 12th house, and then we have Aries, and then we have Capricorn. So Pisces, Aries, Capricorn. So with Pisces, that could definitely be the 12th house, very kind energy, very giving, spiritual energy. Pisces is very spiritual in nature and kind of like the martyr archetypally. So sometimes Pisces tends to be treated unfairly, and that's kind of part of their birthright, is to be kind of like persecuted for no reason. So this person might sometimes sense that like you're such a kind, good-hearted person, and sometimes people treat you badly. That might be something that irritates them or bothers them or makes them feel protective of you, or they wish they had stepped up to the plate more. Again, with Aries, you might have a feisty side to you. There might be a side to you that like they did something you didn't like, and you were like, you know what? I'm cutting you off. Bye. I don't have time for you anymore. And they were kind of like, whoa, that's a shock. Like, that's a surprise. I wasn't expecting that from pile number 4. Like, I didn't think they really had that in them. But I feel like, again, they love when you're in your feisty energy. They love kind of arguing with you and you guys having a back and forth and not kind of fully knowing where you stand. I also feel like they see you as a bit of a challenge, as someone that they really have to earn, because they see you as such a prize, and they see a lot of other people being interested in dating you. They see you as someone that has a lot of romantic options. So they're like, okay, I have to bring my A game to this. I have to work for this. I have to earn this. Like, this isn't just the kind of person that's just going to take whatever or just fall into my lap. I have to like really, really, really be on my game to make it work with pile 4, because they have a million other options and so many people are into them. And with Saturn, Capricorn energy, this person might be very dedicated to this relationship, and there may be a part of them that's like, I'm not letting go. I don't care what you say. I am not letting things end. I am committed to this. You know, I am in it for the long term, because that's how Capricorn is like once they set their mind on something, they just do it. They're very kind of, they can be very kind of stubborn about things, or very like eyes on the prize. They don't care if it takes a long time. They don't care if it, you know, it doesn't happen right away. They're, once they're committed, they're committed. And so I feel like with this person, they might feel like you guys are not talking now, or if you're in separation now for some reason. Some of you guys, like I said, could still be together with them, but I definitely feel like they have the intention of coming back together with you, and they don't think of you as someone that's going to be out of their life forever. But again, there's something elusive, creative, compassionate, very sweet about you. Definitely makes sense with that Pisces energy coming through. Kind of dreamy, and also, you know, there is a bougie energy sometimes to Pisces. You know, the astrologers that like name off the bougier signs. Yeah, of course, like Taurus, Libra, but Pisces is usually up there. And so I feel like for you guys, you know, they feel like they have to bring their A game. They feel like they have to kind of provide you with some value. Otherwise, you just have a lot more options, and you'll just be like, nope, I gotta go. I need things to feel like a dreamlike romantic fantasy. That's kind of how Pisces is. It's like it needs to feel like it's just magical. So if you're like, oh, I have a $5 coupon, and we can, you know, ask them if they have some leftover fries we could eat for free, like that's not going to be a Pisces vibe, because they don't like nasty realities, like having to think about money or anything like that. So yeah, I feel like they're like, okay, I got to get my act together, but maybe I can, and I'll build myself, and then I'll circle back around and come back. So anyways, I think that is what I have for you guys, pile 4. So if you want more clarity on this situation, be sure to head to my link, trypurplegarden.com/Briar, to get a talented psychic, tarot reader, or astrologer to give you a little bit more insight into this or whatever other question you have. And when you do follow my link, you're going to get that deal where you're going to get $10 back on your $10 deposit. It's an amazing offer, so definitely don't miss out on their amazing, really gifted, intuitive readers. And if you guys want to let me know how this resonated for you guys, I always love hearing your thoughts, your stories, all the details. I'm super nosy. So let me know in the comments. I'm always curious about what the energy is. So yeah, and if you guys want to give this reading a thumbs up if it resonated, that helps as well. And make sure to subscribe, turn notifications on, hit the little bell so you can find out as soon as I post next. And if you guys want to see more of my readings, then head on over to my Patreon, where I post all my additional readings. You guys get access to about 50 additional readings as soon as you sign up. So like I said, head to my Patreon. Link is in my description for that underneath the timestamps. And if you guys want to get a private one-on-one reading with me, you can also get that at my website, briarrosetarot.com. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am sending you so much love and light, and I'll be back very soon in another reading. Take care, guys, and I'll see you then. Bye.